All right, so we're starting a new section in our TABE Success book, and we're going to be looking at percents. And we're going to start on page 88, Understanding Percents. So what is a percent? Let's talk fundamentals here. So a percent is a ratio of how many out of 100. And the symbol that we use is the circle/circle. So how many out of 100? So if I say 10%, well, that means 10 out of every 100. If I say 5%, that's 5 out of every 100. So if I said 5% of Americans chew gum, so that means for every 100 Americans, 5 of them chew gum. And we'd have to figure out how many Americans there are. So 5% is written like that, and there's 5 per 100. You can write it 5 out of 100, or you can even change it to a fraction. That's kind of cool. It's 5 over 100. So this and this, 5%, 5 over 100, 5 out of 100, all those things mean the same thing. Now, fractions and decimals and percents are just different ways to express the same thing. For example, you know if you have a quarter in your pocket that it's worth 25 cents or 0.25. And that's 25 cents out of $1. That's why they call it a quarter. And remember, if you reduce, 25 over 100 is 1/4, hence we carry quarters. And I think we could agree that a quarter is 25% of $1. So you can express that 3 different ways. Another example, 50%, 50 over 100, or 0.50. These all mean the same thing. Now, to convert a percent, to translate it into a fraction, what you do is just take your percent and put it over 100. Now, you may need to reduce it, and that's okay if you do. In this case, 25 over 100. That would be the simplified answer. Now, to convert a percent to a decimal, what you do is you think to yourself, okay, that's 25.0%, and we're going to move it 2 to the left. You always, when you're changing a percent to a decimal, you move the decimal point 2 to the left, and it comes out 0.25. We're going to be working more with this, so this is just kind of an overview at this point. So don't sweat. Like I said, lots of practice coming up in the coming pages. You can express 100% has 100 over 100. Now, if you have 100%, that means you've got all of it, or that comes out as 1. And if you think about it, if we're moving the decimal points again, 100%, so it's 100.0. Uno, dos, right there, 1. All right, so we have a few problems to do on page 88. Please do problems 1 through 4, and good luck.